And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
And the legendary John Bon Jovial. Thank you very much, John. Welcome aboard, everyone around the world. We're so glad you could be with us here today. We've got what I think is going to be a really fun show and an exciting one in many ways. Really big shoe. For those of you who are older than dirt, that expression will mean something to you. And we've got a new project being presented, the Peace Project, and we're going to have some of the artists from that are going to be joining us in just a little bit, and we're going to get to hear a sneak preview of the Peace Project song. And we've also got a very special guest this week, especially for our listeners in Rochester, New York, who listen to us on WRFZ 106.3 FM, Rochester Free Radio. We have a local hero up there, Armand Schoubroeck, who's going to be joining us. And for those of you in the Rochester area, you know him from the guitar set, from the House of Guitars, and also his show on Saturdays on Rochester Free Radio, which precedes our show, the David Bowers Awards. He's going to be joining us. He's got some of his own music from his band, and he's going to talk about that and a bunch of other stuff, including his shop, the House of Guitars. And we're just going to kick back and have a good chat, have a lot of fun with him as well. So I think you're going to really enjoy the show right here, where every show is an award show. We're heading into the big award season, where it seems like every show on television is an award show too. So we just make every show year-round an award show, and that means that everyone who appears on our show is an automatic award winner, as well as a member of our family, and will be coming back. We hope to join us many times in the future with new music and all kinds of good things. We want to salute, as we do each week, our house band, Titty Bingo, from the great state of Texas, who provide us with our theme music, and they provide us with bumper stickers and all kinds of stuff. You should check them out. Titty Bingo, you'll find them at tittybingo.com online, and all over the place, Facebook and all the other places too. Speaking of awards, John Bon Jovial, do you have an award for us this week?
Well, I was thinking this week, musically, it's kind of quiet out there right now with the movie and TV awards season heating up. And although I know the Grammys are going to be coming up, at the end of the month, but I want to keep this one in-house this time, and I want to send an award out, a special award out to our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, a.k.a. in real life, Nick Rogers. He and his fiancée, Aomi, are going to be getting married a little later on this year. They're very much in love with each other. But that's not what the award is for. The award is just for the fabulous job that he does for us every week, tirelessly, effortlessly, and he makes sure that we are a top priority with all the many things that he has to do. So, my hat's off to Nicholas Rogers, our engineer extraordinaire here at the David Bowers Awards, because we couldn't ask for a better servant to get our job done for us. Nick's a good guy and also a hell of a musician. If you ever need any of his work, then you want to get a hold of him on Facebook. At Nick Rogers, because he's got some studios. He does music licensing. The studios, Jungle Studios, and they do a great job mixing music. So that's the award of the week. Nick Rogers,
well, I think we should give him the 7-comb salute. And I couldn't agree with you more. Nick has done an excellent job for us in helping us to achieve the best possible sound, overcoming problems as they come along, and amazingly turning around and getting our show ready for us virtually overnight, because every show we do, he re-engineers to make sure that the sound is the absolute best that we can possibly squeeze out of the system. And we salute you, Nick the Geek, also Nick Rogers. He also, in addition to playing with 2 or 3 different groups in the area there in Southwest Florida, the Naples area, he also has a music instruction service where he's, I think last I talked to him last week, he's doing what? He's giving about 60 lessons a week or something. I know he's really...
This school of his is just on fire. They are kicking butt. They really are. It's the Connors School of Music in Naples, Florida. So for those of you that are listening in Southwest Florida, Port Charlotte, Fort Myers, Naples, if you want to give your kids music lessons, then Nick is the guy to call. Connors School of Music. Yeah.
Hey, yep. Great. Yeah, he does. He's got his fingers in a lot of pies. He's an excellent, well-trained musician, sound man, instructor, and we salute him. We're very, very fortunate to have Nick working with us. And
yes, we are.
Fortunately, he's not here today to tell us to shut up and move along, because he's also that type of person. He doesn't really beg for the spotlight. He's content to work with us, and I think it's a good thing that you did. Salute to Nick the Geek, and yes, by all means, if you're in Southwest Florida and you have a child who wants to take music lessons, definitely look up Nick at Connors School of Music there in Naples, Florida. I thank you very much for that, John Bon Jovial. For you listeners out there, you can help us pick the awards along with our guests who sometimes pick them as well. If you have someone that has done something music related, either super great or super dumb, and you think they should get some kind of an award, drop us a line. Email David at TheDavidBowers.com and tell us who you think should get an award and why, and maybe we'll use it right here on the show and give them an award heard around the world. Okay? Great. And I think we should move right along, because we've got a lot of show coming up, and I guess we have guests filing into the green room now as we speak. So I'm going to preface this by mentioning that our first guest today are the producer and a couple of the artists from a project called The Peace Project, and they're going to tell you all about it, what it's all about, and they'll go right along, and we're going to play the single. As a matter of fact, we're going to play the finished version first. We have another version that we'll be playing afterwards, but I want to give you a chance to listen to the main theme, the major song. It's called La La Peace Song by the Peace Project, and we're going to be hearing all about that in just a few minutes. Right now, we're going to let you hear the song. So, John Bon Jovial, if you will, please roll the La La Peace Song.
This kind of thunder blows down doors and walls and things. You're listening to the David Bowers Awards, and if you're an artist who'd like to have your music featured on our show, please write us at david@thedavidbowers.com.
And there you have it. La La Peace Song is what it's called. It's done by a group who call themselves the Peace Project. And right now, here's the ringmaster, and I believe you're the producer also, aren't you? Rick Gianatos.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, Rick.
Yes. Hello, and I'm so excited to be talking about this project. We've been putting it together for a long time, and it's finally just about ready to come out. And it's made up of a key group that we put together from vocalists who have worked with me for years, and that's Pam Vincent, Joyce Vincent, and Jim Gilstrap. And they are Vincent, Gilstrap, and Vincent. And then along with them, we have quite a crew from my studio work, including Sherry Payne, Jessica Williams, Cynthia Manley, and they've put some fun ad-libs and additional vocals on it to make a really exciting track. And I'm very proud to have them working with me on it.
Well, we're excited and proud to have you all here with us today and to be able to preview this thing. And I'll tell you right off the top, I was pleasantly surprised when I first heard it because I really dig this song. I like the way you've put it together. I love the my words are failing me here, but I love the rhythmic background, especially the thump 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 that's going on all the way through it. It just moves you. It's a good track, and I'm so glad you gave me multiple cuts because we're going to play I guess it's the Ronaldo Montez remix, which I guess is the dance version of it. We're going to be playing that in a few minutes here. Tell us, if you would, because I know you mentioned the fact that your group has been working together for a long time, and I know you've been working with the girls who'll be joining us momentarily here. You're kind of like a family in that respect. I guess you've been, it goes back